Here's something a lot of people don't know about the names of God in the Bible. You've probably heard of Jehovah Jireh, and maybe you've heard of El Roi. Jehovah Jireh is the name Abraham gives to a place, and it means the Lord will provide. It was after he was going to sacrifice Isaac, and then God provided a ram. And so he calls the name of that place in Genesis 22:14, Jehovah Jireh, or Yahweh Yireh, which means the Lord will provide. It doesn't quite mean that, though. It actually means the Lord will see. The word Yireh means to see, or Jireh, as we'd say it today. And what that means is God will see, and God will therefore provide. You see, provision is connected with vision in the Bible. Provision, in Latin, simply means seeing ahead, seeing in advance. And when you see in ahead, you provide for what is needed. And that's what Abraham's saying. He's saying the Lord will see. On the mountain of the Lord's going to see what's going on. The Lord's going to provide what you need. But here's the twist. Abraham had first started thinking about how God will see and God will provide when he heard the story of his slave girl, Hagar, returning from running away. And she said to him in Genesis 16, after she'd run away, after God had met her in the wilderness, she would have told him the story of how the angel of the Lord found her and saw her and spoke with her, and how she then came back to Abraham because of that encounter. And there in Genesis 16:13, she calls God by a new name, El Roi, or El Roi, the God who sees me. You see, the word Roi, or Roy, from El Roi in Genesis 16, is the exact same Hebrew word that Abraham uses when he's saying Jehovah Jireh in Genesis 22. Abraham's faith in a God who sees and provides came from the experience of his slave girl Hagar when she was found in the wilderness by God, and God saw her. What is the message here? Well, learn about God from those who've experienced him. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter how important they are. It doesn't matter how rich they are or how famous they are. What we see is Abraham learning about God from the experience of Hagar, an Egyptian slave girl, alone, vulnerable, pregnant, running away in the desert. And God found her, and she had something to teach the greatest patriarch in the Bible about God from that experience. He's a God who sees us. He's a God who loves us, and he's a God who provides for us.